We love dogs here at Space for Shorebirds. It makes us so happy to see our dogs having such a good time on the beach. Northumberland is a great place to bring your dogs. There's so many places that they can have a good run around, a good sniff, a good splash in the sea. But dogs do have a big role to play in protecting coastal wildlife, and they need our help as owners to help them do that. Northumberland is a very special place. It's a special place for people, for dogs, but also for wildlife as well. We have some very special birds that travel thousands of miles from the Arctic Circle to come and spend the winter here with us. And we also have birds travelling tens of thousands of miles from the Antarctic to spend the summer here with us. And it's really important that we protect these birds while they're here. We always recommend that you look out for groups of feeding birds or seals hauled out on the beach, and just to simply give the wildlife as much space as you can. For birds, we recommend about 40 to 50 metres is enough for them to feel safe without feeling threatened. For seals, it's about 100 metres. But just looking out for where the wildlife is and giving that as much space as possible is the easiest and the best thing that you can do to protect the wildlife. Another really important point is to not chase the birds. Dogs, please don't chase the birds. It's extremely damaging for the birds. It's very stressful. It uses up energy that the birds desperately need to survive and complete their migrations. Some areas of the coast are especially protected for the birds that nest and overwinter there. And in those areas there may be certain bylaws in place to protect those birds even further. That might be that they do require dogs to be on a lead when in those areas. And where those bylaws are enforced, there will be clear signage. So just look out for signs and rangers that are present on the beaches who will give instructions on when's the best time to put your dog on a lead. If the best way to control the dog on the beach is to have a lead handy, particularly when you are in those sensitive areas such as near the nest protection areas or near important high tide reefs, for example. It's a really good idea to have a lead handy just in case you need to put the dog on. We do have a plant in Northumberland. It's an invasive plant called piri-piri burr that is really damaging to the native flora in that it can smother those delicate plant communities, and it's not as important to invertebrates as the native wildflowers are. And it is spread by clothing. It has really sticky burrs that stick to clothing, shoes, but in particular dog hair as well. So it's important that if you are in areas, look for signage informing that there might be piri-piri burr present. Check dogs regularly to make sure they haven't picked up any burrs, because they can be quite irritating and sometimes quite painful for the dogs, but that will also help to control the spread of this plant around the county as well. Northumberland is a great place to come with your dog. The beaches are a great place to let your dog have a good run around, a good splash in the sea, a good swim. There's lots of sniffs for the dogs, and it makes us happy as owners to see our dogs happy on the beach. Come enjoy everything that Northumberland has to offer. Enjoy the wildlife. The wildlife is incredible. We have such a large diversity of incredible birds and seals and marine mammals on offer to see here. So do come, enjoy, but also please respect the wildlife that you see here as well.